Is there any suggestion or advice for people carrying their vape devices in transport daily, such as like the metro rail? Is it allowed? Yes, it is allowed. You can carry it. You can give it for the scan. It's not an issue. It's just like a mobile phone. You give it into wherever your electronic devices are being scanned.
If I am abroad and I happen to buy a device for personal use and get it back to India, so even that thing is banned.
Technically, that is not import. You don't need an importer's license. But yes, the customs can stop you. They can interpret this and stop you, but you will have to take your chances with it. Having said that, since there is no other risk attached to it, with the maximum risk being that it will be seized when you're coming in, I wouldn't say it's a terrible idea to take a chance if you're coming back, to at least bring yourself a new device if you want. Simply because it's not import, it's not being done on the IC mechanism. You are allowed to carry some things in. Yes, customs can stop you and they can say that, hey, there is nothing to check it on the duty. How do I harmonize this duty? And you will have to take your chances and you could get seized. Otherwise, there is no other risk. And because personal usage is allowed, they can't take any criminal action against you just for the fact that you are bringing one piece home. But now if you bring 10 home, then people will assume and there will at least be a ground for the official to make a prima facie conclusion, draw a prima facie conclusion that you are trying to bring it for business.
That if I just carry a tag with nothing about no other paraphernalia, is that labeled an electronic cigarette?
The problem is, and this is not unique to electronic cigarettes, many things can be dual use. Much of what we use in modern day cell phone manufacturing also has a complete application in defense item. The fact is, yes, you can possibly bring a wire back or bring a small component back or store them together in separate form and claim that, hey, this is not an e-cigarette. And it would be quite difficult for anybody to prove it is an e-cigarette because each of those components on their own have a separate role. However, the liquids can play a vital role. The liquids can be then used as a corroborative evidence to show that this may have been the intent.
So the components, right? PG, VG, nicotine, and flavoring. If all of these were separate, I mean, barring the nicotine part,
right,
all the other things are goods which are used for so many other things.
No.
Does it fall under the...
By definition, they're not, because there is no way to say they will become... Since each one of them have a specific other use, it is going to be difficult to prove that the only intent was to make an e-liquid.
These bandanas make it hurt.
The Aircraft Act under which the DGCA has issued this notification is very specific and very limited in its powers. So it only is about either the security of India or safety of the aircraft, and under that the DGCA could have banned carrying of any devices or goods which could affect environment, health, security, etc. Now, when we use the word health, and this is the interesting part. So there is this word called health here, right? What DCA does in its wisdom is decides that if something is harmful to health, therefore cannot be in an aircraft. But that was not the idea. The idea was if something is harmful to the passengers in the flight. So if like carrying a weapon or carrying a poison or something like that. So this, because you have to read anything in context of the rest of the statute, and that has not been done very promptly. And again, I mean, this is something that in my completely neutral reading of the law is a little excessive application of powers given to the DCA under the Aircraft Act. I think they've gone beyond the powers that have been granted to them. They've gone beyond the objectives, and they may have acted in haste and, strange to use the word, almost like an activist.